Every week we have a segment called The Why, where we answer questions that we all have, but we actually rarely get answers to.
That's right. This morning, Evan Koslof tried to answer a question for all the sports fans out there.
So I'm a big sports fan, but lately while I'm watching games, one question's been coming to mind. Why do DC sports teams have the names they have? So let's start with an easy one. The Capitals, who play here at Capital One Arena, they came here in 1974 and they got the name because, well, you know, the whole Center of the Free World thing. But what about the other team, the Wizards? That one's a little more complicated. You may remember that for 50 years, they were the Bullets. But in 1996, the team owner, this guy, Abe Pollin, said a violent name was just in poor taste. And then there was the assassination. Yitzhak Rabin, the Prime Minister of Israel, was a good friend of Abe Pollin, and he was shot and killed. So the team had this big citywide vote, and they did it through a partnership with Boston Market. I know, that kind of sounds weird in retrospect, but hey, it was the 90s. So these were the 5 names that they decided on. Sea Dogs, Express, Stallions, the Dragons, and the Wizards. Wait, hold on. The Sea Dogs? Really? What do the Sea Dogs even look like? Is it a dog in the sea or whatever? But in the end, they chose the Wizards. At least it's better than Sea Dogs. Okay, how about the Redskins? Well, to find the origins of that name, we need to head over to Boston. The year was 1932. And so the story goes, they named the squad to honor the team's coach, William Lone Star Dietz, who identified as a member of the Sioux tribe. 5 years later, in 1937, the team moved to the district, and that name stuck. Okay, last but not least, it's spring, so how about our Nats? Well, from 1901 to 1960, we were home to the Senators, but people used the term Nationals interchangeably, so we were kind of both. Then the team left, twice. First to Minnesota, and then to Texas. And for 33 years, we were without a team. That was until 2005, when the Montreal Expos came to DC. But when they were picking the name, the mayor at the time, Anthony Williams, hated the name Senators because, well, you know, the city doesn't have one. Also, the Rangers still owned the rights to the name, so Nationals it was. So that answers the why for our big 4 teams. Now you're ready to go and impress your friends at the bar. All right, so ever since I started this project, I've become this depository of fun facts and useless information. For example, I told you the 5 finalists for the Wizards. Here are other real names people recommended. The Antelopes, the Geckos, the Litigators, and the Funkadelics. Kind of like that last one right there. All right, do you have a why question? Let me know. You can find me on Twitter at @eKoslof, on Facebook at Evan Koslof Reporting, or you can just email me at ekoslof@wusa9.com. All right, guys, send it back to you. That's the why for the day.
I'm down with the Funkadelics, especially with the Funk Parade this weekend.
Yes, and Evan, we need you to weigh in also on Larry's bow tie this morning.
Why is it so amazing?
You know, I liked it. I liked it. I haven't seen Reese's bow tie yet, though, so I'll decide soon.
Okay.
I'll let you know.
Evan,
Okay.
I do want to caution you. You sit next to me in the newsroom, friend. We're desk buddies.
I
So-
should have worn mine.
You know
so
Larry's
tread
petty.
lightly. Tread lightly.